This is a review of the newest website in the Baha'i world. But first, I have a disclaimer. I do not have any official position in the Bahá'í Faith. So let's get started. The newest website in the Baha'i world is the official Baha'i community of Boise, Idaho, USA. This is the official site of the Baha'i Faith in Boise, Idaho. It was just recently built by J. Thomas Pawlowski by his own efforts under the auspices of the Spiritual Assembly of Boise. This is a really good example of how one individual can build a website. The first thing that is really great about this website is the very clear navigation menu at the top, which links to individual pages. This is a responsive menu that forms 8 columns across the page on a desktop, then stacks to 4 columns on a tablet, and then finally stacks to 2 columns on the mobile phone. This is very clear and very easy. The body of the website includes one simple image at the top of each page, which is excellent for identifying the page, and the rest of the body content is made up of title, subtitle, and paragraphs with a footer at the bottom. This has the larger photo of the skyline and the city. The first page is the home page. This has the larger photo of the skyline and the city. It has a very nice title across the top and a quote from Baha'u'llah. There are several paragraphs, and then there is a site structure at the bottom of the page. This is also good information because people reading the introductory page will probably want to go to one. The second page is the About page. The About page covers a brief history of the Baha'i Faith in Boise. There is brief mention of the early history and some factual notes. Following that are some Baha'i facts which are very interesting, and some of the very early Baha'i history quoted from Baha'ípedia. Following that are some photos of early believers, and finally a section about this website. Page 3 is a brief description of the Baha'i Faith. The first paragraph says the Baha'i Faith is an independent world religion. The second paragraph talks about what the Baha'i Faith teaches about God, and the next paragraph following that covers some principles and teachings. The Baha'i revelation contains laws, principles, and truths which makes possible the fruition and unification of humanity. Following that are several paragraphs with teachings and footnotes. The page for local Baha'i life has a very interesting feature, which is a private calendar for members, which is accessible with a password. Following that are Boise public events, which include local classes, World Interfaith Harmony Week, and dates and places for other events nearby. Following after this is an overview of Baha'i community life. Following that are 8 sections that are divided into special interest events, youth and adults, junior youth, children's classes. Page 5 is social discourse, and these include articles about Baha'i principles that include race unity, gender equality, the importance of family life, true prosperity, extremes of poverty and wealth, partisan politics, elections, and more. Page 6 is resources. The resources page includes sections for devotional programs, selected YouTube videos, interesting external websites, and links to the Baha'i National Communities websites, which are found at baha'i.org. This is a page that is rich in resources. Page 7 is the facts page, and frequently asked questions includes some very thought-provoking questions. What is God? What is religion? Do you seriously think people will achieve peace? How do you worship? What is your holy book? These and other questions are really thought-provoking, and the answers are excellent. And these are followed by social and ethical teachings. Page 8 is the contact page, and this is finally where people can find the address, phone, and email of the local spiritual assembly for Boise. There are also links to the Facebook group and other connections for nearby communities. In addition to that, there is the national U.S. phone, which is 822 UNITE, and the hours that number is staffed. There are also ways to join an email list about meetings. This is a substantial website. It is rich in content, thoughtfully created and executed. Again, there are many things I could say about building a website, but that's outside the scope of this review. Suffice it to say, this is a very successful website in many, many areas.